Hello, hello, hello. My name is Agatha, and this is the astrology and tarot reading for the month of June 2023 for the sign of Libra. This is something that I bought my cat, and she doesn't care for it. So I'm using it in a new way. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel and share. If these readings get a lot, give me enough money, I'll continue doing them. If they don't, I'll go back to the old format, So, okay. So how is this going to be? So this, first I'm going to tell you about the astrology reading, and then I'm going to pick a tarot deck. It's going to be one or two, okay? So, it will be a bit more, less collective, okay? So let's start, Libra, with the astrology. On the 4th of June, there's going to be a full moon at 13 degrees of Sagittarius in your third house. It's going to square Saturn on the 6th, and it's going to make a trine on with Mars in Leo on the 11th house. So, how can I read all of this, Libra? So it could be that full moons are endings or culminations. Could be something like that. For some of you, it could be like finally you change your neighborhood, you go to a different place. Could even be like in the same city, but you go to a different house, I don't know. But that's gonna kind of mess up your daily routines. There's going to be like obstacles and stuff like that. Others, it could be, there could have been, I don't know, rain or a lot of water for some reason, which will mess up your daily routines in your neighborhood. I don't know, it could be, I really hope that's not the case, could be floods, something like that. It could be that also that there's some sort of difficulty in terms of your transportation, okay? So it either ends or it starts, it depends, okay? Full moons, it could be one thing or the other, it kind of depends. So there might be difficulties in terms of getting to your workplace. Why? Because there's some sort of remodeling in terms of public transportations in Lisbon that's happening right now. I'm doing this in the end of May, and the subway is going to, there's construction work on the subway, so Lisbon is just messed up in terms of subway, and there's not enough buses, okay? And so it's wild, let's call it. And it's going to be like that until, they say, the beginning of July. I don't know, it could be longer, okay? So anyway, let's say there's something like that, similar where you live, wherever you live, and there's difficulty in transportation. Public transportation is difficult, so it's going to take longer to get to your workplace, to do your daily routines, to take the kids to school, whatever you need to do. It's going to take longer. Maybe your friends will help you out because of that, because it makes a positive trine with Mars in Leo on the 11th house. So it could be that. What else? Now, again, I'm going to give several possibilities. Maybe a secret, third house, which is communication. You talked about something. You revealed, why do I say secret? Because the Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is located in your 8th house in Taurus. Okay, so maybe you revealed a secret connected with your workplace, like a secret of production, like, I don't know, maybe you work for Tesla, I have no idea, and you revealed something that you should not reveal. Maybe you told a friend in confidence, you're just, playing around and just talking, having fun with your friend. You told this to your friend, and your friend published it in the social media, and then you lose your job. I really hope that's not the case, but it could be something like this. Maybe there's endings because of a colleague leaves, and then your whole routine is changed. Why? Let's say that you work in a place, there's a lot of rotation, meaning a lot of people coming in, a lot of people coming out, people don't stay, okay? Maybe you have that sort of job. And the older person who was there had to leave because either, I don't know, they retire or they get sick and then need to leave. And then just because you've been there the longest, and you might have been there for like the last 6 months, and you automatically are the supervisor now. So that's going to change your routines. Why? Because you're going to have a lot of more responsibilities. Plus, no one's going to tell you exactly what to do. So I would say that you might have a little difficult. People won't help you, like the upper, the people who are like the above, the supervisors won't exactly help you. You just play it by ear, or they will tell you the wrong information, something like that. So there's like a lot of obstacles. Or it could be like an older colleague who's really not helpful to you. That person is really not helpful to you, and maybe. Libra, they feel threatened by you. That, this person is here to steal my job, and they just keep you, just giving you obstacles or even lying to you, and things are got more and more difficult. Maybe they like make you stay over time. I don't know exactly what it is. You know, it could be something like that. Now, what else could it be? Now, this could be health. You know, you have difficulty in your job because of health. Finally, there's something, maybe you get time off from work because of health matters. I really hope that's not the case, but it could be like that. Or you have health issues, but the time that you had to take care of them ended and you have to go back to work, even though you're not like fully healed. It could also be, let's say you don't work, but you have to do, how do you say, in Portuguese you say fisioterapia. Fisioterapia, how do you call that? It's let's say that there's like some sort of accident and you have difficulty in walking. I really hope that's not the case, okay? So you have to do physical health care, understand? Physiotherapy, is it physiotherapy? And to, walk better. Let's say you have to do that, okay? And it ends, it comes to a conclusion. So whatever time it was given to you, maybe there's like, they give you like a month and it's not sufficient. Or you still do that physiotherapy, but it's like very difficult to get there again for like transportation problems. Now let's say it's not you, it's a sibling, because the third house is also a sibling. There is some health issues connected with a sibling, and this could all apply to a sibling. If it's not a sibling, it could be, by the way, I'm going to give you another possibility. The sibling, there could be addiction problems with the sibling, and finally the sibling either suffers his or her health suffers because of this addiction problems that come to a lot. Maybe you don't know, maybe you had no idea this sibling had health issues, or could it been something kind of hidden also, even from him or her, like a health issue that they had no idea they had. Or finally they decide to go to rehab, which kind of makes sense with Saturn in Pisces. And it's kind of difficult, not just for your sibling, but also for you. Because let's say your sibling goes to rehab. Finally, they bite the bullet and they decide to do it. Maybe you have to take care of the kids of your sibling, so of your nephews. And this will change your whole routine. Now, maybe let's say you were child-free, and even single, I have no idea, okay? Or maybe you had older kids and they take care of themselves and they get themselves to school on their own. Now you're gonna have like a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old, and you have to take them, dress them, feed them, take them to school, make sure they do their homework, they're healthy, it's kind of like that. And maybe either you're single or you've done this before and your kids are grown up and you don't have to do it again. But I would say that maybe you have the help of your friends. You can also ask your friends for help, and they will do it, and they will do it gladly. Especially in anything that's like entertaining the kids, they will be very good at that. For instance, I'm just giving you possibilities. Now, it could be like an older neighbor is sick, okay? And everyone in the neighborhood is helping out this neighbor. And again, your daily routines are impacted. Why? Maybe all of your neighbors gotta get together and say, okay, you do you cook for him or her, for your neighbor, Monday and Tuesday, and this other person is like Wednesday and Thursday, and maybe you do the cleaning, and maybe you do this. So let's say you have to clean the house of this neighbor for like once a week. Once a week, you go and you just clean it up. It's going to be like some sort of kind of hassle in your daily routine. Let's say it's not that; it's just a witness, okay? a witness of a neighbor who's sick, and this neighbor he could be elderly, he or she could be actually be an older woman, has to go to how do you say, retirement, has to retire, or has to go to a retirement home, and you're like the witness of that. Okay, what else? I think, let's say you have a car. I really hope this is not the case, but I mean, I don't care if you have a car, but let's say you have a car, and that car needs to go to the mechanic for a while, for, I don't know, 2 weeks, and because of that, your daily routines are going to be impacted, because now you have to wake up early, figure out a way to go to work, either have public transportation or have a friend who takes you. Friends will help you out. I don't know, because I see here like a trine with Mars and Leo. A friend will help you out, a friend who have no problem in doing that, or even your husband, by the way, because in the Portuguese reading I keep having it kept coming out that the friend was the spouse, the friend was the husband. So you can have literally married your friend who's your husband, for instance. Now, the new moon is going to happen on the 18th of June. I don't know if you can see it right, probably, at 26 degrees of Gemini, okay, Libra, and it's going to happen in your 9th house, okay? So, if you are born, Libra, if you have the sun in Libra, and you are born around the 20th of October, a few days before or a few days after, this new moon is really good and pleasant to you because it's going to be in a trine. So anyway, the 9th house, maybe some of you decide to go back to school, go back to college. Now you could physically go back to college, or you could do college online. Now it could be, the first time you go to college, or it could be some sort of post-graduation studies, something like that. However, this is going to be in a square, which is difficult connection with the difficult aspect with Neptune at 27 Pisces in the 6th house. Let's say you worked, you want to go back to college, okay? Because you kind of feel like you have to in order to advance in your career, Libra, or you just want to learn something new, or just sick and tired of your work and you have to do something new. And your workplace, your bosses, they might lie and gaslight you. They might like, no, you can't do that, you can't, no, you can't go back to school. Or they lie to you and say, sure, you can go back to school, you can go back to college, even if it's online, by the way. But sure, we'll give you space, and then they keep calling and telling you have to come in because your colleague didn't show up. You have to work because your colleague, and you're like in the middle of a test, something like that. So they lie to you, they gaslight you, they tell you one thing and it's another. You can be in a company where there's a lot of turnout. I think it's that the name. So co-workers cannot be trusted at all. So you cannot trust the co-workers either, by the way. So it might fall, all the effort might fall all in your back, and you're kind of sick of it. Maybe this is why you want to take a college course, because you want to move careers or something like that. If it's not that, let's say you go abroad, okay? You go abroad and on vacation, June, and then it's the same thing. You warn your boss and your co-workers, I'm going to leave in 2 weeks, I'm going to take a week vacation, 2 weeks vacation, something like that, and you were told, yeah, sure, do it, yeah, you have vacation time. And then literally, when you're about to enter the plane, your boss calls you, or a co-worker calls, someone calls you like, oh, you have to come in because so-and-so didn't show up, you have to come in. You're like, are you kidding? Are you serious? That's not going to happen. I'm entering the plane. I'm going to Venice. I'm going to the Caribbean. I'm not going back. No. Could be something like that also, okay? 9th house could be, you might decide to, but this could also be a court case, by the way. 9th house court cases, because something connected with your job or with your health. Now, if you is with your job, it's like, I don't know, a colleague lied, cheated, pretended something, and then you have to literally go to court Or it could be like the bosses did something like that and you have to literally go to court. What else? Oh, let's say it's health-wise. I have no idea where you're seeing this video. Let's say you are an American. You have to literally sue your health insurance in order to have that which is right to you. So maybe they lie to you. Oh yeah, sure, we'll pay for this, we'll pay for that. And then they don't. And you have to literally go to court to make them pay and give you something which is owed to you. I don't know, there's another possibility. You might even have the help of friends, by the way, but you have to ask the help of friends, you know. If you require help, ask your friends, but you have to ask. Why do I say you have to ask? Because it's going to be more or less in a sextile or the 11th house, which is the friend's house. So sextiles, we have to make an effort. Therefore, you have to ask. They will not go to you unless you ask for help, okay? What else? Now, this could be your, learning about the new religion, learning about the new religion, and this might have like some sort of restrictions in terms of diet. I don't know if you want to do that or not, but it's your choice. But maybe the restrictions, the rules connected with, it kind of messes up your daily routine if you go to this religion. But then it's your choice. You decide to stay or not. I don't know, Libra. And the rules are like flowing. They're not precise. They're like just change all the time. What else? Now, this could be literally you leaving, not for vacation. You're leaving your country for good. Now, you might leave your country to another job in another country. However, you have to be in this country could be near the sea, near the ocean, I would say. Near a body of water, but I would say ocean, sea. So you leave the country in order to go work in another place, okay? But you have to be careful. You have to be careful because they're lying to you in terms of how much money you're going to get, what type of work you're going to do. I'm seeing here various possibilities, okay? I'm just, why do I say lying to you about the money you're going to do? Because it's 26 degrees of Gemini, okay? So there's another thing called decans. In Portuguese, decanato. Each sign has 3 decans. So 26 degrees of Gemini. And you start, in this case, because it's Gemini, you start with Gemini. So this is the first decan. Because it's 26 degrees, it's 10. 10, 20, 30, okay? 0 to 10, first decanat. 11 to 20, second decanat. 21st degree to 30th degree, which basically it's the 29th, it's the third decanat. Okay, 26 Gemini, it's the third decanat of Gemini. And how do you see more? So, therefore it starts with Gemini, the second goes to Libra, and the third is Aquarius, which is in the 5th house. Okay, you have to also be careful with boyfriends and girlfriends. Okay? You could have been told by a boyfriend, this could be so many things, okay? I really would like for you to, Libra, especially if you're young. If you're older, not necessarily, okay? Learn more about trafficking. And this could not necessarily be you, could also be your first kid, but let's say it's you. So third decanat, Aquarius. Aquarius ruler is Uranus, which is in the 8th house. The 8th house is that which is hidden. It's the occult, it's transformation, is also physical intimacy, if you understand what I mean. It's a house connected with Scorpio. Scorpios sometimes can be negative, it can have negative, I don't know, it's that things which, it's shame, it's guilt, it's just death, it's a house of death also. So this is why I'm saying, you go to a job, 6th house. You emigrate, you go to a different country for a job. But they're lying. It's going to be a big transformation, but they might be lying, also Neptune, about the nature of this job. You have to be very careful with trafficking, Libra, okay? They might be lying about the nature of this job. You could have been lied to by a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Also be careful. A boyfriend or girlfriend you met online, also. Okay? So understand that. Now the fifth house is also the, now my cat is interested in the thing, is also the first kid or children. So it could be a kid, and this kid gets like a great offer to go abroad to work, but again, be aware of trafficking, okay? Understand that. But let's just say that this is good, this is nice, this is just going on vacation, so that your daily routine is going to be different, but maybe you get promised a great, fantastic vacation, and it's not exactly how they promised. So you maybe, let's say you go to Italy, and you paid a lot of money, and you thought you were going to stay in a great chambers, but it's tiny, it's awful, you know, maybe they've lied to you. So there's many ways of reading these cards, okay? Now, Libra, we're gonna go to the tarot reading. So you have option number 1 with the tarot of the cat people, and option number 2 with the Prisma Visions tarot. So pick one or two. Have you picked? Have you picked, Libra? So if you picked option 1, okay, I'm going to use the tarot of the cat people. So this is going to be 6 cards. I have laid down the cards, but I have not seen them yet. I'm going to see them now. And you have, interesting, and you have 2 major arcana cards, interesting. And I think the Temperance card also, and the Chariot. I think the Temperance came out also in the Portuguese reading. I use different texts, okay? So the first card is connected with you. It represents you. And you have the Ace of Wands, okay? So a brand new beginning for you, Libra. Now this could be, like I said, a new job, you know, you go abroad, a new job, or just fun, or maybe just vacation. No, this could be a brand new beginning and really enthusiastic about this brand new beginning, okay? You go to college, you move neighborhood, you get promoted, and you're really enthusiastic about this new thing that starts in your life. Now the second card is connected either with money or work. Oh, and you have the 7 of Wands. Interesting. 7 of Wands is when we kind of defend, or it isn't just the only card connected with us defending ourselves, but you defend your ideals, your morals, your ethics. You say this is wrong, or I will not do that. It could be like this: I will not do that. So it feels like a lot of gaslighting, either from your co-workers, your bosses, your like direct supervisor, or a medical company, or medics, doctors, or medical insurance. It seems like a lot of gaslighting and lying and cheating and just lying to you, to your face, and you kind of have to defend yourself from this. Now this could be, if in terms of money, they tell you have to pay more, and you know that you don't, so you defend yourself. If it's work, you've told them I'm gonna start a new college course. Now this could be online, or this could be actually going to the university. And here in Portugal, I don't know how it is in America or other places. If you work and you go to college at the same time, you have certain days which are free, that you don't have to go to work, and you have those days before exams for you to study. You can leave early, stuff like that. But your boss says, yeah, absolutely, we will support you in that, and then they don't. Okay, so you're defending yourself again. You're defending, look, the law is behind me. I'm gonna take this day off. I'm not gonna go back to the job because I have this day. This day is for me to study. Like 2 days from now, I'm gonna have a test. I'm sorry, I can't. So you do this, okay, in terms of your work. Or again, it's the same thing. Let's say it's not studying. It's defending yourself in terms of your work. Like you could even have like an older lady. I say lady because Pisces is feminine sign, older Saturn, but not necessarily. Okay, but they co-workers who kind of try to gaslighting and lie to you, even bully you, but you defend yourself, Libra. Now, the third card is connected with your family. And this is a nice card. You have the Ten of Cups. You have the support of your family. Whatever happens, you have the emotional support. You have the total support of your family. Or you are supporting your family. You are the one who emotionally supports your family. I said, for instance, maybe there's like a problem with a sibling and you have to take care of their kids. Not forever, but for a while, you will do that, okay? But it feels to me like everything in your family is fine. That's basically what it seems to me like. At least your family, in terms of your family, everything is fine. Everything is working out. Now, the fourth card is connected with friends. And you have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is connected with the sign of Sagittarius. Interesting. So you have the full moon on the third house and Sagittarius. Interesting. So maybe one of your friends lives near you, by you, which would explain the trine to Mars in the 11th house. So you can easily go to your friend's house and just vent and speak to him or her and, have like a nice conversation with your friends because they literally live near you. This could be childhood friends. You're still in your neighborhood. Maybe you bought the house like in your neighborhood, okay? Maybe you inherited a house from family. Or you moved to a friend happens to be, I don't know, you live near your friend, and again there's like emotional support from your friends. This could also a friend who is healing, a friend who is a healer, a friend who's like moderate, helps you to moderate yourself, like a good friend who's not overly emotional but who's there for you. The Temperance card is connected with guardian angels. So this could be literally a friend whom your guardian angel presented to you. Or like a friend who's literally your guardian angel. I don't know if this makes any type of sense, like an angel in your life. Or a friend that helps you change, for instance, do good things in your life. Like if you need to go on a diet, they'll go on a diet with you. If you need to exercise, they'll exercise with you. Or a friend also will help you abandon addictions. Also, will help you out in this. No, addiction could be too much coffee, for instance. What else? This could be literally, this is happening in your friend's life. Your friend is changing their life, they're changing their diet, they're starting to exercise. Why? Because of health concerns, so they're starting to do this. Now, the fifth card is the card connected with love. Oh, and you have the Chariot card. Oh, so I would say this is success in love. In terms of love, everything is fine. Or the person with whom you are, now this could be spouse, long-term partner, it's from a Cancer sign, Cancer sun, moon or rising. You have Cancer. Where do you have Cancer? You have it in, it's in your 10th house. Some of you might even literally have married your boss. Yeah, you could have married your boss, if this makes any type of sense. If it's someone new, it's your boss and you may be starting a relationship with your boss. Or maybe you're traveling with your spouse, for instance, or you're traveling to go and meet the person with whom you've been dating online. Or literally you travel and you meet a new person and you have a relationship with them. Or there's a new boss entering and you have a relationship with them. Or your boss is promoted and you have to live with him or her. With him, it's a him. And you have to move to another place because of the success of your husband. But everything, this is also a very highly physical card. Okay, so very physical type of energy, understand? Now finally, in June, Libra, the advice for you is represented by the Five of Wands. Okay, two ways of reading this card. Don't be afraid to fight for yourself. Don't be afraid to defend yourself. If there's like conflict, don't be afraid to just, assert yourself. Another way of reading is don't get into unnecessary conflict. Okay, don't get into unnecessary conflict because it's going to mess you out. So you have to see exactly how this applies to you. What would be better? It'd be better for you to assert yourself, you know, don't be afraid of conflict, or step away from conflict if you can avoid it. This is also a competition card. Don't be afraid of competition, okay? Because you might win. You might be above all competition, okay? So very well, this is the reading that I have for you for option number 1. Now we're going to go to option number 2. Option number 2. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Agata. My email is uniazad@gmail.com. Now let's see how will the month of interesting of June is going to be for you. Those who picked option number 2. So I'm going to see the cards now. And I had laid them out, but I did not see them. How many major arcana cards do you have? Do you have 1, 2? You have 3 major arcana cards. So it might be a month of great transformation for you. For those who picked option number 2, Libra. You have, the first card represents you. You have the Strength card. The Strength card represents a lion, so it's a card connected to Leo. So you might have something in Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could be Sun in Libra and Moon in Leo. Yeah, or you could have like rising sign in Leo and the Moon in Libra, or the Sun in Libra. The Strength card is when we assert ourselves, when we can, you know, when people are kind of afraid of us, because we can defend ourselves. So people look at you and go like, nah, I'm not going to mess with that person. Or it's a card of self-control. So this month you could be controlling yourself, you know. It's also a card of ethics and purity and morals. So of courage. It's a card of courage. Now, emotional courage, the emotional courage to say no. Saying no could be very difficult to some people, but you don't have a problem with that. It's also sometimes the first card, the card represents the person, might represent someone around them who's going to be very important. Now there could be a Leo. My cat is annoying me, I don't know why. And interesting that we're talking about the Leo card, and then my cat just showed up. Só bocadinho, tá bem, linda? And she wants something. So it could be that a Leo is very important to you, or someone is trying to control you, okay? Someone is trying to control you, dominate you. You have to be careful with that. Now, it could be any type of person, could be like your spouse, but it could be someone, I would say, more connected with either colleagues or bosses. Now, the second card, só bocadinho ainda, tá bem? Is money or work. You have the 10 of Wands. Yeah. So, in terms of money is going to be difficult for you to get, or you have to do a lot of things to get money. You could even have like 2 jobs now, but I think this is like working a lot. You have to do so many things. You have many works and responsibilities and burdens. And my cat is here again now. Eu já vou, só bocadinho, tá bem? And this is someone trying to control you because they want to make you do everything. Now, this could be connected with work. Of course, só bocadinho, linda, só bocadinho. Work, job, family, and you have to do everything. Maybe there's not enough co-workers, again, everything falls down on your back. The third card is connected with family, and you have the 3 of Pentacles. So I would say that you have good advice from your family members. Now you can go to them and ask them for their advice. There's experts in your family in whatever field. My cat again. She just doesn't. Oh my God. Okay, linda. Só bocadinho. Okay. Oh, meu Deus, I have to finish this quick. So, you have like good advice from your family members, or family member is building something, you know, or like you always like to go to your family. It's like a group thing. You do things in groups in your family. The fourth card is connected with friends. You have the 3 of Wands. So your friends are being successful at something, and you are witnessing the success of your friends, or they are witnessing your success. Also, this is a trip. Now, you're going on a trip, or one of your friends is going to go on a trip. The 5th card is connected with love. You have the Sun. You're very happy in love. In terms of love, you're very happy. If you are with someone, you could take a trip to somewhere sunny, Or if you're single, you might meet someone and this is the love of your life. This is great happiness, great contentment in terms of love. Now, a negative way of reading the sun is that you might be with someone who's a bit of a narcissist. I really hope that's not the case, but I have to give you all possibilities, okay? I'm sorry. The last card is the advice, and you have the Hangman. The advice is like, don't do much. Try not to change it up a lot, you know. Go with the flow. Try to see things in a different perspective, and don't sacrifice yourself too much, and meditate. Also take care of your health, okay? This is the advice for you, Libra, in the month of June 2023, for those who picked option number 2. And that's it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.